Again, we want to welcome everybody here tonight. Before I introduce the first recipient, I do want to recognize some of our student council representatives who have helped. We do have two graduates here that also came in tonight, but they work closely with Mr. Sisk, and he's always done a good job of getting help here. So we appreciate the young ladies who helped serve tonight. I plan to go in order except for Mr. Wright asked me if I would read Mr. Lane's first. He's got to actually go to work out of the football field. And after Mr. Campbell tried to fire JC no less than 6 times, I think Kenny's the only reason JC's still here. So.
It was like 5.
So we'll start with Mr. Lane, and then I'll go back to the top of the list. Kenny Lane began his athletic career at Elizabethtown Catholic High School, where he was a member of two 5th Region Championship basketball teams in 1967 and 1968. During 1968, he was selected All-District, All-Region, and Honorable Mention All-State basketball teams. Upon graduation, Mr. Lane attended Campbellsville College, graduating with a Bachelor of Art in 1973, Western Kentucky University for his Master's of Arts, and rank 1 in education in 1980 and 85 respectively. Mr. Lane continued his love for athletics through multiple coaching positions at West Hardin High School, including assistant football coach from 1977 to 81, head girls basketball coach from 1981 to 1990, head girls softball coach from 1984 to 1990, and as head girls basketball coach, Mr. Lane coached the 1983 district champion and 5th Region semifinalist, the 1989 district runner-up and 5th Region semifinalist, and the 1990 district champion and 5th Region runner-up teams. As head girls softball coach, Mr. Lane coached the 1988 district and region champion, finishing 4th in the state, in the 1989 district and region champion team, and the 1990 district and region 5th Region runner-up teams. For the years of 1990 to 2010, Mr. Lane was athletic director of Central Hardin. In 1993, he was Kentucky State finalist for Athletic Director of the Year. In 2003, 5th Region Athletic Directors Hall of Fame recipient, a 2007 state finalist for Athletic Administrator of the Year, and a 2003 to 2010 member of the 5th Region Athletic Policy Board. In 2010, Mr. Lane retired from 34 years in education to spend time with his wife of 48 years, Anita, his children Jamie and Kelly Shreve Lane, and Nikki and Kevin Perry. Mr. Lane is the proud grandfather of Cameron, Kara, and Grace Lane, and Brendan, Grant, and Addison Perry. In his spare time, he enjoys hunting, fishing, and all things UK. He loves to spend time with his family and attend activities that his grandchildren participate in. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Kenny Lane.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I appreciate it. First thing I want to do is thank the person that nominated me, and I also want to thank the committee for selecting me. I want to thank Hardin County Schools for the 33 years that I was an employee. That means a whole lot to me. I got to look at my cheat notes. I want to congratulate Kelly and Cassandra, Karisa, and Exzavier on their successful high school careers. I really want to thank my wife, Anita. She's been my backbone for a long time. She's been our family's backbone for a long time. All the times that I was out, whether I was here or around the state of Kentucky for athletic events, she held everything together. She does that now too. I think a lot of my family, obviously, Jamie and Kelly, our son and daughter-in-law, and Kara and Grace are here. Our daughter Nikki and her husband Kevin and Addison are here. Our oldest Cameron is a junior at Western, and that's where he's at. I got a grandson playing football tonight. I got a grandson playing football tomorrow. So we're kind of spread out. I really want to thank the Central Hardin administration for everything that they've done over the years. I never had a bad principal. I had excellent assistant principals. I really want to congratulate Chris Byer and JC for what they've done to athletics since I've been gone. They must have had more money to work with than I did. On that note, we needed a mascot when Central Hardin came into being, and not having a whole lot of money to spend. I see Mr. Campbell, he knows exactly what's going to happen here. I found a lady in the community that said she could make a costume, like a bear costume. Well, it turned out to be a costume, but it looked more like a rat. And we actually, that's the truth. Some of the older people here know exactly what I'm talking about. I don't know where that thing is at now. I don't want to know where it's at. But, also, the assistant principals that I worked with, the faculty, all the coaches, all the student athletes, custodians, cafe workers. I think over the years Central Hardin was known for putting on good events, and all those people helped do that. I think our hospitality was very good, and people, other schools wanted to come here and play till we got good, and then they didn't want to come here anymore. They kind of wanted to spread the districts around, but that's the way it is. My first thoughts, in 1990, before Central Hardin opened, I can remember visiting some different schools with Mr. Campbell and Mr. Story, Shelby County, maybe Marshall County, Bowling Green, who looked at their athletic facilities. And I think we have bettered that. We put on many tournaments, a lot of playoffs. I can remember girls soccer coming into being in 1994. I can remember softball went from slow pitch to fast pitch, and I did not like that. But now it's the greatest thing that's ever happened to high school softball, fast pitch softball. I can remember boys and girls swimming. And we were using TK Stone Pool till we got pretty good, and then we couldn't use that anymore. I remember volleyball. Volleyball has been a sport in Kentucky, I think, since about 1975. But we were able to have a volleyball program, an excellent volleyball program. I can remember October the 3rd, 1997, and I was at Owensboro Catholic to a football game. I got asked to come to the press box, and they said, "You better get back to Elizabethtown because your first grandchild is getting ready to be born." So Russell Van Zant was working the press box down there for radio, and that's how I got the message. I think that was before cell phones, or at least it was before I had a cell phone. Made it back in time to be with my family when Cameron was born. I can remember September the 11th, 2001, with a heavy heart. I can remember Mr. Campbell calling me and telling me to come to his office. He had a TV on, and everything unfolded that day. That was early in the week, maybe a Monday or a Tuesday. We were scheduled to go to PRP on a Friday. And we didn't know if we were going to go or not. We didn't know if we wanted to go or not. But we did go. I represented Central Hardin very well. Had a very good chance to win that ball game. I can remember water in the gym. And I can remember water in the gym. And I can also remember water in the gym 3 different times. Thank goodness for Martin Flooring, Larry Martin. I can remember the tornado in 2008 and all the outstanding job that Coach Bauer did to get us back up to speed. Very proud of Central Hardin High School. It's a great place to work, and I appreciate it. Thank you.
Cassandra Meadors Muhurin is a graduate of the class of 1996. During her high school athletic career, Cassandra's focus was strictly on Lady Bruin basketball. She was the recipient of numerous awards, including the News Enterprise Sophomore of the Year and 2-time Area Player of the Year. She is also a 3-time recipient of both the 5th Region and 17 District All-Tournament teams, and a 2-time recipient of the 5th Region Coaches Association All-Region team. Cassandra has also received honors as All-Tournament team member of the Papa John's Classic and Most Valuable Player in the LIT Kentucky Girls State and Famous Classic. Additionally, she has also been awarded Lady Raider Classic and Most Valuable Player, Kentucky AAU High School Division All-State Team, U.S. Marine Corps Athlete of the Week, Courier Journal First Team KABC 5th Region Player of the Year, and the Kentucky High School Athletic Association All-Star Team. Upon graduation from Central Hardin, Cassandra received a full athletic scholarship to Murray State University and then transferred to Kentucky Wesleyan College to conclude her post-secondary career at Sullivan University. It was there that Cassandra earned her bachelor's degree in HR leadership. She currently resides in Taylorsville, Kentucky with her husband Matthew and her daughters Addison and Kalia. I should ask for 2 pronunciations. I'm sorry. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Cassandra Meadors Muhurin. I should preview better when you move this thing.
Thanks. But I will tell my dad and my mom, thank you for helping me. I loved basketball. I felt like it gave me a ton of direction in my life and gave me a lot of discipline. So I've strongly pushed my kids into sports. So I also wanted to thank Coach Buckles and Anita. They were like a second family to us. So me and my twin sister, who I wish was here, but she had to work, this was our lives. So we loved it, and it was just kind of nice to come back and live it. I don't even know if my youngest knew that I played ball until like just this last week. So she was like, oh, really? Thank you, guys.
Exzavier Deans is a 1997 graduate of Central Hardin High School. While attending Central Hardin, Exzavier lettered in basketball all 3 years. Exzavier is Central Hardin's boys basketball all-time leading scorer with 1,535 points, the all-time leading rebounder with 670, and all-time career blocks leader with 130. He was also named All-Area Sophomore of the Year in 1995, 3-time All-Area Team, 2-time All-Region Team, and named All-Area Player of the Year in 1997. Exzavier was named second team Courier Journal All-State Team in 1997 and Courier Journal Honorable Mention in 1996. Exzavier led his team in scoring, rebounding, block shots during his junior and senior year and helped lead the team to back-to-back region tournament appearances in 1996 and 1997. Upon graduation, Exzavier attended and played basketball at St. Catherine Junior College 1997 and 1998 and now resides with his family in St. Louis, Missouri. Exzavier could not be in attendance this evening, but accepting the award on his behalf is the current Bruin basketball head coach, Matthew Nickel, former teammate of Exzavier. You get to mail him the flash.
Yeah. I'll put it out of your budget, though. I am going to say a few words, and I'll say a few words about Cassandra since she doesn't want to talk about herself. She was really good. We were in the same class and kind of grew up in the same neighborhood, and she beat our brains in just like she beat all the girls' brains in. So kind of just to go along with the rest of just to recognize the other entries. Coach Lane, he's the one that hired me 17 years ago, and he still made it in here, so that's pretty good, okay? That wasn't a bad decision, Mr. Lane. I appreciate that. I do remember watching Kelly and Cassandra both play. Unreal teams that Coach Buckles had and Coach Bogue, and just really awesome to watch that. My wife was on some of those teams, so it was just a privilege to watch those kind of teams. And Karisa, I didn't ever get to see you play, but you're a state champion, so what can we say about you? So, you know what I'm saying? That's awesome. As far as Exzavier, as a fan and a player here, and like I said, this is my 16th year as being a coach. I'm over 2/3 of the history of Central Hardin that I've seen, and he was unreal. Probably the best male player that we've had here. Great athlete, great rebounder. It was a lot of my missed shots that he was going to get. So just shot blocking, he did everything for us. I can remember Coach Reynolds always telling us, get the ball to Exzavier. And we'd walk into the locker room and there'd be percentages on the board, and it'd be all of us other guys like shooting percentages, and of course Exzavier's would be the highest, and Coach Reynolds would come in there and it's like, there's a reason why he's taking the most shots. So Coach Reynolds was smart too, get the ball to Exzavier. But I will say, as the coach here, the two things that I feel like make Exzavier Hall of Fame worthy, or is what Coach Isaac said, is he is the all-time leader in points and rebounds. But whenever we go anywhere, and like other coaches will ask, what year did you graduate? And I'll tell them 1996, and the first thing they'll always say is, oh, Exzavier, you played with Exzavier. So he was a memorable player, and really just a great teammate. Chad's back there. Chad played with him also. So I think that's the only other teammate in here. So I'm proud of Exzavier, and the last thing I'll say is just go Bruins, and I'm just so proud to be a part of all this. So congratulations and go Bruins.
Kelly Lewis Bay is a graduate of the class of 1999. While attending Central Hardin, Kelly received numerous accolades in the area of athletics, including softball and basketball awards, such as 5th Region All-Tournament Team, 17th District All-Tournament Teams, and News Enterprise All-Area Team. Specifically in the area of basketball, Kelly was the J.B. Mansfield Award winner at the state tournament, a member of the runner-up state tournament team, AAU state championship, and was All-State Honorable Mention recipient. She was on the East-West All-Star softball team, Wendy's High School Heisman nominee, and academic All-State recipient, ranked in the top 5 of her class for academics, and had perfect attendance for 12 straight years. Kelly is married to Nathan Bay and resides in Lexington. Upon graduation in 1999, Kelly attended Transylvania University, where she was a part of the Lady Pioneer softball and basketball teams. She graduated from Transy with a degree in accounting and business administration. She has worked for Fifth Third Bank for the last 6 years as a mortgage loan officer. She has been recognized as the top producer for Fifth Third Bank. She has been involved in several volunteer organizations such as Habitat for Humanity, God's Pantry, and Hope Center. Kelly and Nathan attend Southland Christian Church in Lexington. In her spare time, she enjoys Caribbean vacations, competitive tennis, and lounging by the pool. Ladies and gentlemen, Cassandra Lewis Bay. Cassandra.
All right. Well, first of all, I just want to say that I'm so humbled and honored to be up here tonight and to be inducted into the 2018 Hall of Fame here at Central Hardin. As I look around here, I see so many people that were just so instrumental in helping me get to where I'm at tonight. So first and foremost, I would really like to thank my mom and my dad, all the countless hours and time and money that they spent investing in me. They've been here right from the beginning. So from me doing cartwheels on the baseball field as a child, all the way up to me at Transy, they would come to every single game, whether it was at home or away. They made it, and they were working. So that was just an unbelievable experience, and I just want to thank you all for that. And thinking back, I grew up here and I was a coach's kid. So that meant I was in the basketball gym all the time. I was on the football field. I was running around my dad's football team, probably driving them crazy. But looking back now at that, I'm just so honored, and that's shaped me as a person, to see how he would run his teams and just to be a part of all of that. I can remember back, a lot of the football coaches here, we would actually play on Sunday nights at the gym. That's where I learned to shoot three-pointers because I couldn't go inside on them. And I also remember a specific time that my dad and my brother and I were here at the gym. We would come and play, and we wouldn't leave until I won. So they also didn't want to let me win, and there would be times that we would literally stay until 1 or 2 in the morning because either I wore them out or I actually won. I don't really know what happened. But I remember, like I said, running around here. Specifically, I was in 7th grade. I was sitting in the gym. My dad was over at the football field doing what he did, and my brother Chad was practicing. He was finishing up his practice. And at that time, the boys and girls basketball team would alternate the times that they would practice in the gym. So I'm sitting over there, I'm a 7th grader, and I remember Coach Buckles looks over at me as the girls were coming out to start their practice, and he was like, "Hey Kelly, you want to come out and do the 5-man weave with us?" And I'm like, oh my goodness, is he talking about me? And I look around, sure enough, he's looking at me, and so I get up and I take my jacket off and I've got pants on, but I'm like, all right, 5-man weave, you've done this so many times, you can do this. So you get up there, I catch my first pass, I make a pass, I go to run, and the line just comes and trips me. I fall flat on my face. And I'm sure at that time he was thinking, oh, that's going to be a future Hall of Famer. So that being said, on to the coaches. Just thank you all for making me a part of your family and for always just having, wanting me to be excellent and accepting nothing less. Thank you all for that. And then last, I'd just like to thank God, because without God, none of this would be possible. So thank you all.
Karisa Akin is a 2008 graduate of Central Hardin. She began playing on the Central Hardin varsity golf team in 4th grade and ended her high school career with 9 varsity letters in high school golf. Karisa was a 4-time Kentucky High School Athletic Association All-Star selection recipient and had 4 top 10 CHHS state championship finishes. She was a 2-time runner-up in the state championship and finished and lead Lady Bruins to 2 team runner-up High School Athletic Association finishes and 2 championship state finishes. Karisa was named Kentucky Miss Golf in 2005. A 3-time Kentucky Golf Association Player of the Year, the 2008 Kentucky State Open Champion, 2010 and 2012 Kentucky Amateur Champion, a 3-time All-Sun Belt Conference Team Selection, and the 2010 Colo Medalist for the Sun Belt Conference. Upon graduation, Karisa went on to play Division I college golf at Middle Tennessee State University on a full scholarship. She graduated with a Bachelor's of Science degree in Community and Public Health and moved to Jacksonville, Florida in 2013. It is here that she is the Tournament and Event Director for a local Jacksonville golf course. Ladies and gentlemen, Karisa Akin. That's all right. That's all right.
Just want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. Thank the administration for putting together such a great event. Coach Adams for unfortunately having to put up with me for 9 years versus 4. My parents for having to put up with me a lot longer than that. And everybody go Bruins.
We appreciate everybody's support, and I promised JC I wouldn't tell any stories, and I'm not gonna. I do want to challenge, especially this year's recipients, when this is the 3rd class that's been inducted. The first class was brought in by the committee, and one of the things we strive for with that first class was to get a conversation started, because I think we're all, especially those of us as a coach, will say, no matter what your opinion is, there's going to be somebody else that has a different opinion. One of the things I learned from Terry Buckles that I use every day, even as a principal, is he looked at me and says, remember, you keep 15, you play 5. That means 10 sets of parents are mad at you every night. No. It's different in the principals, they just all mad at you every night, so it's all right. But it got a conversation started. And I want to challenge you to think about the people that maybe played around you, played before you, or came after you, and think about who you would like to see be a part of the Central Hardin Athletic Hall of Fame. Applications can be found online, or you can email me or JC Wright, and we'll get you one. But there's a lot of great athletic tradition at this school, and we got a lot to be proud of. Appreciate it.
Third class to be inducted at Central Hardin. Inductees will be presented by Principal Tim Isaacs and Athletic Director J.C. Wright. Cassandra Meadors Muhurin is a graduate of the class of 1996. During her high school athletic career, Cassandra's focus was strictly on Lady Bruin basketball. She was the recipient of numerous awards, including the News Enterprise Sophomore of the Year and 2-time Area Player of the Year. Cassandra was also a 3-time recipient of both the 5th Region and 17th District All-Tournament teams and 2-time recipient of the 5th Region Coaches Association All-Region team. Cassandra has also received honors as an All-Tournament team member of the Papa John's Classic and Most Valuable Player, LIT, Kentucky Girls State and Famous Classic. Additionally, she has been awarded the Lady Raiders Classic Most Valuable Player, Kentucky AAU High School Division All-State Team, the U.S. Marine Corps Athlete of the Week, Courier Journal First Team KABC, 5th Region Player of the Year, and the KHSAA All-Stars Team. Upon graduation from Central Hardin, Cassandra received a full athletic scholarship to Murray State University, transferred to Kentucky Wesleyan College, and concluded her post-secondary career at Sullivan University. It was there that Cassandra earned her bachelor's degree in Human Resources Leadership. She currently resides in Taylorsville, Kentucky with her husband Matthew and daughters Addison and Kalia. Ladies and gentlemen, Cassandra Meadors Muhurin. Our second inductee is Exzavier Deans. Exzavier is a 1997 graduate of Central Hardin High School. While attending Central Hardin, Exzavier lettered in basketball all 3 years. Exzavier is a Central Hardin boys basketball all-time leading scorer with 1,535 points. He's the all-time leading rebounder with 670 and all-time career blocks leader with 130. He was also named All-Area Sophomore of the Year in 1995, 3-time All-Area Team, 2-time All-Region Team, and named All-Area Player of the Year in 1997. Exzavier was named second team Courier Journal All-State Team in 1997, Courier Journal Honorable Mention in 1996. Exzavier led his team in scoring, rebounding, and block shots during his junior and senior years, and helped lead them to back-to-back regions tournament appearances in 1996 and 1997. Upon graduation, Exzavier attended and played basketball at St. Catherine Junior College. He now resides with his family in St. Louis, Missouri. Exzavier could not be in attendance this evening, but accepting the award on his behalf is current Bruin basketball coach Matthew Nickel, former teammate of Exzavier's. Ladies and gentlemen, Exzavier Deans.
Our next honoree, Kelly Lewis Bay, is a graduate of the class of 1999. While attending Central Hardin, Kelly received numerous accolades in the area of athletics, including softball and basketball awards such as the 5th Region All-Tournament Team, 17th District All-Tournament Teams, the News Enterprise All-Area Team. Specifically, in the area of basketball, Kelly was the J.B. Mansfield Award winner at the state tournament, a member and runner-up of the runner-up state tournament team, AAU state champion team, Papa John's Classic All-Tournament Team, Global Invitation Tournament All-Tournament Team, and at State Honorable Mention recipient. She was also on the East-West All-Star softball team, a Windy High School Heisman nominee, and Athletic All-State recipient, ranked in the top 5 in her class for academics, and had perfect attendance for 12 years straight. Kelly is married to Nathan Bay, resides in Lexington. Upon graduation from Central Hardin in 1999, Kelly attended Transylvania University, where she was a 4-year starter and team captain for the Lady Pioneer basketball team while at Transylvania. She also played softball. She graduated with a bachelor's degree from Transy with a degree in accounting and business administration. Kelly has worked for the Fifth Third Bank for the last 5 or 6 years as a mortgage loan officer and helps people make the dreams of home ownership a reality. She has been recognized as the top producer for Fifth Third Bank. She has been involved in several volunteer organizations such as Habitat for Humanity, God's Pantry, and Hope Center. Kelly and Nathan attend Southland Christian Church in Lexington, Kentucky. In her spare time, she enjoys Caribbean vacations, competition tennis, and lounging by the pool. Ladies and gentlemen, Kelly Lewis Bay.
Karisa Akin is a 2008 graduate of Central Hardin. She began playing on the Central Hardin varsity golf team in the 4th grade and ended her high school career with 9 varsity letters in high school golf. Karisa was a 4-time KHSAA All-State Selection recipient, had 4 top 10 KHSAA State Championship finishes, was a 2-time runner-up KHSAA State Championship finisher, and led the Lady Bruins to 2-team runner-up KHSAA state finishes and 2 championship state finishes. Karisa was named Miss Kentucky Golf in 2005. She's a 3-time Kentucky Golf Association Player of the Year, the 2008 Kentucky State Open Championship, a 2010 and 2012 Kentucky Amateur Champion, a 3-time All-Sun Belt Conference Team Selection, and the 2010 Colo medalist for the Sun Belt Conference. Upon graduation, Karisa went on to play Division I college golf at Middle Tennessee State University on a full scholarship. She graduated with a bachelor's degree of science in community and public health and moved to Jacksonville, Florida in 2013. It is here that she is the tournament and event director for a local Jacksonville golf course. Ladies and gentlemen, Karisa Akin.
Kenny Lane began the athletic career at E-Town Catholic High School, where he was a member of 2 Fifth Region Championship basketball teams in 1967 and 1968. During the 68 team, he was selected All-District, All-Region, and Honorable Mention All-State basketball. Upon graduation, Mr. Lane attended Campbellsville College, graduating with a Bachelor of Arts, and in 1973, he attended Western Kentucky University for his master's and ranked 1 in education. In 1980 and 85 respectively, he received those degrees. Mr. Lane continued his love for athletics through multiple coaching positions at West Hardin High School, including assistant football coach from 77 to 81, head basketball coach from 81 to 90, head girls softball coach from 84 to 90. As head basketball coach, Mr. Lane coached the 1983 district champion and the 5th region semifinals. In 1989, district runner-up and 5th region semifinalist. 1990, district champion and 5th region runner-up teams. As head softball coach, Mr. Lane coached the 1988 district and region championship team, finished 4th in the state, and the 1989 district and region championship teams, and the 1990 district champion and 5th region runner-up. From the years of 90 to 2010, Mr. Lane was the athletic director at Central Hardin. In 1993, he was a Kentucky State finalist for Athletic Director of the Year. In 2003, 5th Region Athletic Director Hall of Fame recipient, a 2007 Kentucky State finalist for Athletic Administrator of the Year, and 2003 to 2007, a member of the 5th Region Athletic Policy Board. In 2010, Mr. Lane retired with 34 years of education to spend time with his wife of 48 years, Anita, his children Jamie and Kelly Shreve Lane and Nikki and Kevin Perry. Mr. Lane is proud grandfather of Cameron, Kara, and Grace Lane, and Brendan, Grant, and Addison Perry. In his spare time, He loves to talk about his hunting. In his spare time, he enjoys hunting, fishing, and all the things of UK. He loves to spend time with his family, attend activities with his grandchildren, and ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor and privilege to present my friend, Kenny Lane. Would you join me in showing your appreciation to all these inductees into the 2018 class of Hall of Fame?